Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ADRIANA BATRISYIA BINTI AHMAD FIKRI. I studied in Diploma in Accounting from Section 1, and we were assigned on an assignment for the subject Commercial Law HLD 2013 by Encik Badrul Hisham bin Muhammad Siddiq. We decided to answer the question 1, which is as below. Abu and Mira had been married for 3 years and living in Kuantan. On March 2017, Abu has transferred to work in Sabah. Due to the other commitments, Mira unable to accompany her husband to Sabah. They had a discussion and agreed that Abu will pay 2,000 ringgit to Mira as a monthly allowance. During that term, after 4 months, Abu did not make payment to Mira, and she is keen to claim for her right and wants to sue him for breach of contract. Advise Mira on that matter. For the question 1, we asked to identify the issue. So basically, Abu and Mira need to separate because Abu had transferred to work in Sabah. He also agreed to pay his wife, Mira, 2,000 ringgit as a monthly allowance. Mira wants to sue Abu for enforcing the promise. The issue is whether Mira has the right to sue her husband for breach of contract or not. The second question asks us to make an opinion. In my perspective, Mira has no right to make any claim on her husband because the agreement is not a contract. The parties did not intend that they should be attended by legal consequences. The husband's promise did not rise to the level of a contract. Thus, the court will hesitate to treat these agreements because it is not a contract. Question 3 asks us about law. So in the domestic agreement, there is a presumption that at the time the agreement was made, the parties involved at the time had no intention of being bounded by law. The first one is the case of Balfour v. Balfour. In the case of Balfour v. Balfour, Mr. Balfour worked in Ceylon and living with his wife. Then they decided to went to England during Mr. Balfour's leave. Unfortunately, the wife falls sick, and the doctor asks her to stay in England, but Mr. Balfour need to return, and he agreed to send her $30 as a monthly allowance until she came back to Ceylon. They drifted apart, and Mr. Balfour wrote saying it was better that they remained apart. In March 1918, the wife sued him to keep up with the monthly $30 payments. However, the lower court found the parties' agreement constitute a contract.
Assalamualaikum. My name is KHAIRINA binti JAMIL. So the second case is case of married v. married. In the case of married v. married, Mr. and Mrs. married in 1941. The married couple held their matrimonial home in joint names. Unfortunately, in 1996, Mr. married left the home to live with another woman. He agreed to pay Mrs. married £40 per month. At Mr. married request, he signed a document confirming that when she had repaid the balance of the mortgage, he would transfer the matrimonial home into Mr. married sole name. Mr. married successfully paid the mortgage and successfully acquired a declaration that the house belonged to her. But Mr. married appealed. Mr. married contended the agreement was a domestic arrangement between husband and wife, and there was no intention to create legal relations, and as such, there was no enforceable contract. He also argued that purported contract was insufficiently certain to be enforceable by the court, and that Mr. married has failed to provide consideration for his promise. But Mr. married argued that given they were in the process of separating and the presumption of there being no intention to create legal relations did not apply. She claimed there was every intention of creating legal relations and her having paid off all the expenses on the home and finishing off the mortgage payments amounted to consideration. As a result, Mr. married's appeal was unsuccessful. The Court of Appeal held the agreement was binding. When a husband and wife are in the process of separating or are separated, the presumption of there being no intention to create legal relations does not apply. The arrangement was sufficiently certain to be enforceable, and the paying of the mortgage was ample consideration for Mr. married's promise. Mr. married was entitled to the matrimonial home entirely. The next question, application of the law. As the application, Abu and Mira has the same situation as the case of Balfour v. Balfour. It is because Abu and Mira also a married couple and they have to separate for a while. Then the husband, Abu, agreed to pay Mira a monthly allowance during the separate period. But after 4 months, Abu did not make a payment to Mira and she wants to claim her right and sue Abu for breach of the contract. The wife, Mira, has no right to make any claim on her husband since the agreement was between them constituted a contract. And as a conclusion, Mira has no right to sue Abu because the agreement is not a contract. That's all from us. Thank you.